Well, welcome to the fifth grade Battle of the Books Team Managers Meeting 2025. I'm so glad everyone is here. Miss Michelle is monitoring the Zoom and the chat. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. But we're going to go ahead and get started, and we'll see how this all goes. All righty. So tonight we're going to talk about what is Battle of the Books, when is Battle of the Books, the general guidelines for Battle of the Books 2025, team manager roles, that's why you guys are here, team names and posters and costumes. We're going to give a book list out for the fifth grade and pick up information for books, book lists, book packets, and posters. And at the end, we will have all of our questions for the team managers and any of our friends who are participating in the Zoom this evening. Go ahead and get started. All right, so what is Battle of the Books? Well, Battle of the Books is a reading competition in which teams of 4 to 5 students read from a list of 10 books picked by the Children's Department here at the Swickley Public Library, and they answer trivia questions based on those books. When is Battle of the Books? This year, fifth grade Battle of the Books is on Tuesday, April 3rd at 7 p.m. at Osborne Elementary School. The team members should plan to arrive around 6:45 p.m. So that we can start promptly on time at 7 p.m. Family members and guests are more than welcome to attend the event.
I got a guy that wants to leave, but he's not registered. What do you want Michelle to do?
You go ahead and send it to him.
Send a link?
Yep, sorry about that. So family members and guests are more than welcome to attend. Please keep in mind that this is a quiet competition, so that we ask that the audience members remain quiet during the competition so that the participants may focus on the questions and the competition. Who can participate in Battle of the Books? Well, it's either a fifth grader or fourth grader or a fifth grader. Got ahead of myself there, sorry about that. And they should have a library card in Allegheny County to participate in Battle of the Books. The participants should organize their own team members and submit the online registration form to the library no later than February 3rd, 2025. And the teams may be made up from different neighborhoods, different schools, and different friend groups. So if your child goes to Osborne and they want to join an Edgeworth team, or if they go to Swickley Academy and they want to join an Osborne team, or if they live over here in Swickley and they've got some friends in Moon and they're all in fifth grade and they want to participate, that is totally fine. As long as everyone is in fifth grade, we're good with that. The teams should consist of 4 to 5 members and an adult team manager. All the members on the team will participate in the competition. We all do this together. We sign up together, we read the books together, we go to practice sessions together, and we participate in battle that evening all together in a group. So it's kind of like we're all doing this together. It's a big group project. A question I get asked all the time is, can a student be on more than one team? And I'm sorry to say, but for this purposes, since it's a trivia style team competition, they can only be on one team. It's a little hard to be on 2 teams the evening of the battle, so just one student is on one team. And all of the team members should be in 4th or 5th grade. So we are all in 5th grade for the 5th grade battle. How does a team register? Well, you can register at the Swickley Public Library Children's Department. We have a link to the registration form. The team manager should attend this meeting or watch it via Zoom. If you can't come, that's okay. Well, we will record this meeting and we will send it out tomorrow with a link so that everyone can watch the Zoom, and if everyone has any questions. We're going to distribute the copies of the reading list this evening. You can pick those up tomorrow, or you can tell the kids this evening after you watch the Zoom, the different titles. And after this meeting, or tomorrow morning, the kids can check out the books. If you'd like to buy copies of the books, you can buy them at Penguin Bookshop. They will have them available to purchase. Okay, new this year. If you are looking to join a team and you are one person, or you say you have 3 people and you need 1 more team member, you can fill out the looking for the team form. We are matching kids up now. Currently, right now I have a couple 4th graders that I'm trying to get on teams. So this really does work well. So if you are a team and you only have 4 people, and you feel you can take on another team member, please let me know. That way, if I get any 5th graders, I know that you guys will be able to take them into your teams, and I do appreciate that in advance. The librarians here at the Sewickley Public Library, me, will do our best to find teams for these kids. So we'll all work together and we'll be able to get these kids on a team. Okay, this is what you guys are here for. What do the team managers do? You guys play a really important role, and I really do appreciate you. The adult team manager may be a parent, a relative, or anyone over the age of 18 who will serve as the contact person or the liaison between the team and the Sewickley Public Library. The team manager is responsible for filling out the registration forms, keeping the teams motivated, arranging the team transportation to and from the site. Last year, you may or may not have been aware, but we had the rainstorm, and we had a couple teams who were late. Some team managers had to take a couple kids because of some of the roads were closed. So it really is important that you guys are able to take the kids the evening of the battle, just in case if there is an emergency. And the evening of the battle, we will have the team managers serve as scorekeepers, as you guys know, for the teams. So that's fun, but we do make you guys work, but it is a good night. What else do the team managers do? Well, they organize the battle study meetings for participants. It's awesome if you guys meet every week. Fantastic if you guys meet every other week. It's great if you guys meet every 3 weeks. Whatever works for your team and your arrangement between the groups. I know the kids are in a lot of activities. We've got a lot of projects going on. We have Valentine's Day, we have President's Day in there too. So there's a lot going on. So you guys meet on your schedule, but it's up to you to be the organizer of the team meetings. Team managers should read the books to help the team, to guide the team discussion of the books. So you can ask another parent to help you read some of the books. We do that here at the library. We read, everyone reads a couple books, so we all read them together. So at the end, we've got all the books covered, so don't feel that you have to read all 10 books. The team managers may help provide some sample questions for like kind of a mock battle, kind of get the kids all excited, and to help have them really think about, you know, the trivia style questions, and to have them answer questions about the books. It is helpful, we find, if the teams do a kind of a little mock battle, or just ask each other questions that they might know about the books. The team managers also help with the posters and the costumes, which, as you know, is the fun part of the thing. And if the team for some reason chooses not to participate in Battle of the Books, the team manager lets the library know. It happens from time to time. A family member gets sick or something happens with the kids. That's okay. We totally understand. Just let us know. That way we can prepare the best we can for the evening of the battle. Okay. So that's up there. Okay. All right. Library cards. Big question in the 4th grade meeting. So all participants should have a library card in Allegheny County. It is my understanding that Quaker Valley did distribute some notifications that the students were going to be getting cards. They're going to have student cards. So everyone in Quaker Valley should already have a card. If your child goes to SA or Watermark or Sewickley Academy, they'll have to come and get cards, but you may already have cards for your children. It's like a 5-minute process, but it has to be the parent of the child that comes to get the card. And you just need to bring a driver's license or form of ID. It takes 5 minutes. We'll fill it out quickly. Everyone can get cards, and that way they can check out the books. Okay. From time to time, the teams have meetings here at the library, and that is awesome. If you would like to have a meeting at the Switzer Public Library, the team managers must call the reference department or book online to use the conference room, the study room, or this room, which is the community room. It's very easy. Please note that these rooms, you can book these rooms up to 2 weeks in advance, and they book quickly. And the availability is limited. We do not have a space in the children's department for the meetings right now because we are doing some renovations, so we're a little bit cramped. So this is the best way to get a room at the library. You can also meet at someone's house too, or Starbucks, whatever you like. And always remember to follow the library guidelines when your teams are meeting at the library. I have the telephone number listed here on the screen and the link on the website, but I will send that out in an email just so everyone knows, okay? Okay, the fun part. Team names, team costumes, and posters. We encourage our teams to have a team name, to dress up in costume, to have fun with their team themes. Some teams have t-shirts, others dress up as costumes, and some wear their school t-shirts, so be creative. We've had ducks, we've had sharks, we've had pirates. This group here is Ronnie and the A team. Ronnie was the only one with an R, and everyone else on the team had a name that started with an A, so they were the A team. And they simply wore baseball hats with A's on them. They had a shirt they made up, and they decorated their poster. We do use these posters the evening of the battle to let the kids know where they're sitting during Battle of the Books. There's a poster contest the evening of the battle. We get to vote on them, and that's kind of fun. We just ask that the posters not be 3D, just be 2D. No authors' names on the posters. They can have the cover of the books. They can have, some interesting tidbits about the books or some drawings, some illustration. We just ask that there's no author's name on the book since that is part of the battle. They get points for that. Posters are due to the library on March 7th, and I will send you guys an email to let you know when the posters are going to be due. So you've got plenty of time for that. Moving on. Okay, what happens during Battle of the Books? So during the battle, the kids will come to Osborne Elementary School. Sorry, that should be April 3rd there, at 6:45, so we can start promptly at 7. The 5th grade, they're generally a little more quieter than the 4th grade. 4th grade's a little bit loud. They're kind of excited. The 5th graders, they're cool. They know what they're doing. They're ready to go. We'll start at 7. The teams will be seated on the gymnasium floor in a circle, and the moderator will read the question. And then after the question, they will have 30 seconds to which to answer the question. I know that that doesn't seem like a long period of time, but it actually is a good amount of time. And most of these kids, they will get the answers. The team captain will write the answer on a piece of paper, and they will pass it off to the scorekeeper, and then we'll give the answer. There are 5 rounds of 10 questions each per round, and we do have a tiebreaker. So that's roughly about 5 questions per book. A few more if we do have the tiebreaker rounds. This is a silent competition, so you might want to practice being quiet if you're doing a mock battle, a mock little trial run through, just so everyone can practice it. So when they get to battle, they're not too shocked. They have to be quiet. The answers to the trivia style questions must be complete and specific. 4 points are awarded to the correct response. 1 point is given to the for the author's last name. We ask that we say that spelling counts, because they only have 10 authors to get through, so that shouldn't be too hard for this group of kids. And for a total of 5 points. Each team will have an option to challenge up to 1 question. This is silent competition. Please whisper. I know I keep saying it, but it's important. At the end of each round, the judges will tally up the points, and the scorekeepers will keep track of each team point. Okay. And new this year, at the end of each round, we will have a stretch break. That was some of the parents had requested that, so we're going to have a stretch break. That'll be fun. Okay, here are the sample questions. This is actually a question that we used 4 years ago in Battle of the Books when we did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We always start off the same. In the book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what is the name of the child who fell into the chocolate river? Well, the answer was Augustus Gloop, and the author was Dahl. So they will get 4 points for Augustus Gloop and 1 point for Dahl, for a total of 5 points. Say, for example, they just put Augustus down there. Well, the scorekeeper would use their judgment and, well, that's pretty gosh darn close. I would probably give them 4 points. And the author was Dahl, so they would still get their 5 points. What if they put Veruca Salt down there? Well, that is obviously not the answer. She was not the one who jumped into the chocolate river. So they would just get the 1 point for the author of Dahl. This is an example of a challenge question. This was actually a question that was written a couple years ago when we read Who Was Alexander Hamilton? So in the book, Who Was Alexander Hamilton? How many children did Alexander and Eliza have? Well, read the book the first time through, they had 8 natural children, and the author was Pollock. A group challenged this because they were a bunch of very, very clever kids. And they said, because there were some adopted children, and we found it later in the book, there was actually a total of 10 children. So everyone who answered 8 or 10 were given points for the correct answer of 8 or 10. So sometimes we are wrong. Poor librarian who wrote that question felt so bad, and it's okay, it happens, but you know, sometimes we are allowed to make mistakes, and the kids will call us out on it. Okay. All right, so checking out the books. So if you're here in person, you can check out the books this evening. Tomorrow, the kids can come in and check out 2 books at a time for 1 week. You may renew the books 1 time. We encourage them to bring their battle bookmarks. They're going to get battle bookmarks again in their reading packets. And some of these titles may be available on Kindle, or some of these titles may be available to read on Kindle, iPads, or tablets, or MP3 players and CDs. We'll get a little bit more into that in just a moment. Okay. Now, remember, the kids can read the books or listen to the books on CDs, tablets, MP3 players, their phones. I'm not really concerned as to how they are consuming the books. Whatever way is most comfortable for them. If they like to wind down in the evening and listen to their book for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that's awesome. If they want to read their book on their tablet or read their book, you know, with a book, that's awesome as well. We're all good with that. I just wanted to show you a couple of things. We have MP3 player copies of some of the books, and that's where they have the little MP3 player where you need the little AAA battery and headphones to listen to them. Or we have some of the books are available in a Wonderbook format, where they actually have the MP3 player embedded in the corner of the book, and they can listen to it here by pressing play. Some of our friends like these as well. So we do try to have a couple different formats for the books. The easiest way for you guys to access Libby and Hoopla is if you download the Allegheny County Library app and link your card to the app, and then you can use that porthole to jump off to Libby or Hoopla to get the books in digital format right through the catalog. Okay, where can you pick up copies of the books? Well, we'll have them here. I have at least 5 copies of all of the books here at Swickley Public Library. Osborne, Edgeworth, and Swickley Academy and St. James Library will also have 2 to 3 copies available of the books. If you choose to buy the books from Penguin Bookshop, 10% of the proceeds will come back to the library as a donation. So if you feel like shopping small, Penguin does have them. They're a great way, or it's a great partnership, and you know we love the bookshop. So if you're going to buy them there. Okay, so here's what everyone's here for. It is the 5th grade reading list. Just a little reminder, if there's a CD below it, that means that the book is available on CD. If there's a P below it, that means that the book is available on layaway. If there's an L or H or an S, that's digital copies on Libby, Hoopla, and Sora. Sora is the Libby version for the schools. So most of the kids will have that already loaded onto their iPads if they go to Quaker Valley. And a W is for the Wonder Book, that is the book with the MP3 player in it. But let's get to the list. Our first book is Cookies and Milk by Sean Amos. This is about a young gentleman who is helping his dad build his cookie business. And they discover a family mystery along the way. It's just a really good book, and if you like cookies, you might like this one. This is a fun book. I do like this one. Our next book is Sweep by Jonathan Auxier. Some of you may remember that Jonathan Auxier was our author that visited the Quaker Valley School District's MSA and Montessori in October. So Sweep is the book that he did talk to some of the kids about. And it's a historical fiction book. And it's about a chimney sweep and how she finds a golem. All right. Thirst. It's a book about water. Our character is living in the poorest part of Mumbai, and water there is precious. So it's a really nice way to think about things differently for our kids. But it's a fantastic book, and to really think about how water around the globe is how we consume it. Louisiana's Way Home by Kate DiCamillo. I love her books. This is about Louisiana Elefante. And she wakes up in the middle of the night and her granny says, "We gotta go immediately." And they're off on adventure. And they never return back to their home, but Louisiana is constantly looking for her home and looking for her family and the history. So it's really about family and really who is your family and her adventures along the way. And she meets some great people along the way who really do become her family. Crash from Outer Space by Candace Fleming. This is a fantastic nonfiction book, lots of facts, and it's all about Area 51 and what happened there, what may have happened there, the different people, the different organizations, the government organizations, the cover-up, the conspiracy theories, just the general UFO stuff. It's a great book, and you really do find out what may or may not have happened in Roswell in 1947. It's fascinating. The Mostly True Story of Cleopatra's Needle by Dan Gutman. This is an interesting historical fiction book because basically it starts off with why they carved Cleopatra's Needle and the transfer of Cleopatra's Needle and how it gets from one part of Egypt to Cairo, and then how it gets, obviously it ends up in Paris, and 5 different kids across time, you hear their stories and see what happens to each one as they go along. So this is kind of a cool book, especially if you like, historical fiction. Oh, sorry, it does end up in Central Park, not in Paris. This one actually ends up in Central Park. The Swifts, A Dictionary of Scoundrels by Beth Lincoln. This is a fantastic mystery. It's about a family of Swifts, and they have a family reunion, and then something goes awry, and the kids actually end up having to solve the case, and everyone in the book is named like after a dictionary name. So our main character is Shenanigan Swift, and their name fits their personality. So that's kind of fun. So it's a great vocabulary builder, but it's also a really great mystery. Mexikid by Pedro Martin. This is our graphic novel, and we thought it was timely. It's all about a Mexican-American family and his adventure road trip to bring back Abuelo with them from Mexico. So we thought it was a good family book, but also a good graphic book. City Spies is a fantastic, by James Ponti, is a fantastic mystery novel. So kind of think like kids' version of Mission Impossible. And MI6, it's a great movie, or sorry, it's probably going to be a movie, to be honest with you. It's that good. It's a great series. I like James Ponti's books. It's a really, really fast-paced book. I think the kids are gonna like it, and especially if they like a mystery, they're gonna like this one. And Mumbai is about our little friend, and he's first generation Filipino, and he's struggling to fit in. And it's kind of, it's all about family and fitting into a new school, which a lot of the kids can relate to. And that is our last graphic novel for the that rounds us out. Okay, so now I'm going to take any questions. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask me, that'd be great. Most of you guys are participating via Zoom this evening, so you will have to come in and pick up your packets, pick up your poster board. But go ahead and ask any questions, and I'll be happy to answer everything that I can. A lot of the teams, I was looking at the registration, a lot of you guys did it last year, so I know that a lot of the team managers are come back from the fourth grade one, so it's okay if you don't have any questions, but if you feel that you do have questions or want to talk about anything, you can always email me or drop them in the chat. Miss Michelle, do we have any questions in the chat?
There is nothing in the chat.
Okay. Oh, there's one right now. Sorry.
It just said no questions yet.
Okay, no questions. Okay, well, all I can say is just pop into the library, pick up your packets this weekend. If you have any questions, you can always email me. Oh, now there are some questions.
Yeah, there are two that just came in. The first one is, how many teams are there this year?
So far, we have 9 teams. So it seems like we usually get above 10 teams. We usually have about 13 teams, so we are still taking a registration. So if you guys know of any friends, or any other, kids who are thinking about joining a team, we still have, at least until Monday. I can even extend the deadline after that, for registration, because I know Watermark just got the information this past week. So I was thinking about giving them a couple extra days, to form some teams.
Okay. The next question, what is the last date to come up with a name for our team?
Oh, that's a great question. You really have to let me know by March 7th, by the time the posters are due. Because once the posters are due, then I kind of like lock in on the team names, and then I start doing the programs and all that fun stuff. And we do all of the certificates and all that kind of fun stuff. So March 7th, you've got some time.
Okay, that's the last question, just the comment that somebody will be registering either tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, totally fine. Excellent. Anything else in the chat?
That's all for now.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have anything else, just email me. Stop by the library to pick up your stuff, and we will see you soon. Thank you.